Good afternoon, guys. So, we are in Indiana. I got in really late this evening. I was in Connecticut yesterday. And somewhere along that route, I started getting sick. I have a massive sinus headache that's making it hard to focus and think straight. My body hurts like hell. The coughing mostly went away. Still have a little bit of a cough, but it's better. But I'm struggling. Driving, I could only drive like 2 hours at a time, and I'd have to take a break. I'm hurting right now, but I'm here. I'm in the woods, and that's all that matters. I saw a turkey in Indiana. So we're going in. It's supposed to storm here real soon, so I don't know that I'm going to walk too far from the truck. That, and I honestly don't know if I can, how far I can physically walk right now. So, man. So I just don't have the energy right now to really beat feet. So I'm gonna sit here and do some blind calling, and I don't know, man. Well, guys, we're getting a late start this morning, as y'all can see. I slept for probably close to 10 hours last night, and I only feel marginally better. Still have a splitting headache, but hopefully as the day wears on, that'll go away. So, we're walking in. Got a message from Derek. He hasn't heard anything Gobbler yet. And he should have, because he was where he was at yesterday and got on birds, I think. So, hopefully didn't miss much. We got a storm last night, and I figured that it would be mid-morning before they really start to fire up. So, that's the plan. We're walking in. Well, guys, there's nothing to speak of really from the morning, but we're headed out for the afternoon edition, just after 12 o'clock. So, yeah, we'll see what we can find. Went into a new area, made a decent move, drove about half an hour or so, we'll see. This wind sucks. Makes it really hard to hear anything. Because it's so windy. I've just been kind of walking around. Sit down for half an hour and call. See if anything comes slipping in. So far that has not worked. I'm probably a mile into this place. Gonna be hard to kill a turkey without shells. Glad I noticed that. Just sitting here, called, and a bird just gobbled right up there on that hill. crouched down that way and I'd seen a head. I wonder if she didn't get below me. And she's down over there. Man, I wish I could get this on film, but he's standing behind a tree for the big camera. But he's just sitting over there strumming, drumming. Morning. So we're going after that bird that we roosted last night. The plan is to get super tight to him, which may or may not be a good idea because I'm still coughing a little bit, but that's the plan, is to get super tight and close, and hopefully he'll fly down in our lap. My plan A's have always gone wrong this year, and I've had to resort to a plan B or C in order to make things happen. I have no idea what my plan B is if plan A doesn't work, but it's going to be adapt on the fly. So that's the plan. We got to get to stepping because I want to be sitting underneath him about an hour and a half before he might even start to gobble. So we got to get to going. 46, baby. Yes. Man, what a morning. What a morning. So this bird last night, obviously I put him to bed. So I got back in here this morning. And in the dark, because I came in here without a flashlight and there was no moon. Man, I'm still shaking. No moon or nothing. I thought he was more this way. Turns out he was more this direction. Well, there's this hump right here in this tree. And I realized that he was more that direction. I would have sat right there and it would have made this easier. But it still worked out. So, because this camera was facing off that general direction over there and not over here where all the action was, I'm going to walk you guys through what happened here real quick. First off, he did not gobble in the tree. Not once. And I'm guessing it's because he was only 30 yards from his hen, so he could probably see her the whole morning and didn't need to gobble. But he flew out early. Real early. I hear him fly out and he lands right here. Now there's a little slope in this hill and I couldn't, when he touched down, I couldn't see him. So I called real softly, hoping that it would kind of pull him back up. And maybe he'd come check me out before his hen flew down. And so I'm sitting here, and as soon as he touched down, I moved over and was sitting like this, with my elbow propped up on this hump, facing off this direction. And I just kept looking and looking, trying to see any kind of movement or a head or tail fan or something. And I could hear him spitting and drumming, but again, I knew he was just over this hill. Minute and a half maybe goes by, and his hen pitches out, and she comes down. And man, I wish I had a cameraman, because she comes out of her tree, comes like right at me, and then banks and turns and lands right here, kind of just over the hill, but where I can still see her a little bit. So I'm sitting here still looking for him, and all of a sudden I look over to my left and I see a big black object. I'm like, I don't remember that being there a second ago. I'm watching it, and then it moves. I'm like, oh, that's him. And he's right there. He takes a couple steps, goes behind a tree, and I see his white head stick out. And it's not a very good shot that I've got. Like, I need to get more of him in there. And I'm, kind of shooting at an angle here, so I'm like, I need to see his whole body when I go to shoot. And he took a couple more steps up here towards his hen, and I could tell she was gonna head that direction towards him. So as soon as he gave me a clear shot, I knew she was over here. I touched off on him. Man. He's lost some of his color now, but man, when I went up there, he had the brightest, reddest head I can remember seeing on a gobbler. I mean, just bright red. He's got a small little head on him.